Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the Daily Tarot for Wednesday, the 30th of December 2020. Ancient Italian Tarot Major Arcana reading for general energies, as they say. Now, yesterday's reading had a lot of pent up energy being released. And it was like a mirror breaking, some weird warpy mirror breaking, the sword of justice crashing through it. So let's see what we get today. Okay, just going to give one more little shuffle, hopefully just one more, then we can get going. Have another one. I'll shuffle till I don't need to shuffle anymore. And I'll shuffle before I come on camera. There we go. Okay, now there was one particular, the star kept coming up in the shuffling, so let's see. Temperance. Well, that's nice. That's a kind of precursor to the star. At least it's calm. Yesterday we had the moon in reverse, we had the tower, we had the hanged man in reverse, so it was all kind of all hanging out. Anyway, there seems to be oops, I just dropped one on the floor. I'm going to stick that right in the back, in the middle, sorry, of the pack, and have another go through. Yeah, so temperance, bringing the energies in-house, and what we can't see in the temperance card is the source of that liquid. We don't know how it got into the first jug. We don't know at what point and under what circumstances it leaves that circuit. So it's a closed circuit. The energy is pouring from one side one side to the other, equally, calmly, meditatively. Okay. Let's see if we can get another one. I'm so sorry, my dears, when the shuffle doesn't feel right, but there it does. Okay. All right, we got the sun in reverse. So a holding off of the commitment to something, or the sealing of the deal, the signing of the contract. That's not on the table here. Okay, and again, I get this so often, the lovers in the reverse. So, all right, this is a little bit sticky. This is a little bit sticky because the couple that we see in the lovers here, well, we see four figures, if we include the little cherub here. We've got the young couple here, basically about to sort of step into an adult partnership paradigm, and what's being left behind is the child paradigm, because we see the queenly figure here is the mother of the young lad, so he's kind of choosing to step away from being his mother's son in order to become this lady's husband. And the force that is pushing him and the young lady forward into this union is this little Kama here, this little, that's where the word Kama Sutra comes from. The little cherub of desire, the little Eros, who fires his arrow, and the head of the arrow, the point of the arrow coated with some sort of love potion. And that's how these changes happen. Um, what this card is about that paradigm shift, that step change, as they call it. And it's also about the fact that once one has made that move, you can't go back. you can't. He can't go on being a child once he has become a man. Um, it's the "you can't have your cake and eat it" card. So we have this couple here now in the Sun card, very close to the end of the major arcana. They've done it. The courting is done. The proposal has been made. Everything's tickety boo, and they've kind of signed the marriage license, and all is good. And we have the commitment. That's what I call that card, the commitment. But here it's in the reverse, and it's like we've kind of shunted back from this nice rounding off of this process. We've sort of shunted back to the point at which this commitment is even just being sort of discussed. Yeah, it's like here it's being talked about, here it's being actioned, but they're both in the reverse, and we've kind of stepped away back to sort of reconsider our options. And this, I think, it's kind of sticky, but I don't see anything at this stage of this reading particularly sort of disastrous or kind of breakagey about this, if I can make up a word of that nature, because the kind of the stasis involved in this, the stalling of this, and the hold on, I think I need to go back and reconsider it kind of feeling here in the Lovers in the reverse, is expressed in Temperance, which is very calm. It's not it's not a block, but what it is a withdrawal of movement. It's a withdrawal of emotional energy being given to something, because as we see, it's brought in-house here into this closed circuit of this very measured pouring from one side to the other. Not a drop is being spilt. So there's a calmness about this that kind of puzzles me a little bit. So I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on pulling here. I'm going to see if I can get something on how we've moved from this Sun back to the Lovers card here, because you know the way it should go is that when that decision is made in the Lovers, they then move on and become husband and wife in the commitment card in the Sun, but it's all kind of gone backwards. But there is, just before I pull the next one, there is something quite interesting and perhaps telling, in that not only is there a movement backwards from the Sun to the Lovers, but both of them are in the reverse. So does that kind of cancel it out? That's my question. So I'm going to pull another card here. Oh God. Okay. Moon in the reverse. Right, this is quite complex. Now, I said, oh God, but it's just because it's come up so often, Moon in the reverse. And I promise you, when I shuffle, and I do big, like, shuffles, I don't just do the you know, I turn the halves of the packs upside down there, this way and that, this way and that. So things don't get stuck in the upright or in the reverse. Oh, okay, this is good. This is good, but it's not easy and it's not quick. The release of energy from the reading for the 29th has clearly exposed something, which looks like it has some pretty wide-ranging implications. something has drawn back in the moon in the reverse here. Some tide has gone out and something has been exposed on the beach that has shifted the action back from the commitment to the choice. And you know, sometimes when things are kind of exposed as the tide has withdrawn, or maybe washed up in the storm, sometimes we need to take a bit of time to look at what that is, try and work out what it is and what the implications of it are. But again, I'm getting calmness about this. Let's see. Now, the message from yesterday, from the 29th, was very, very clear. It was justice that was causing, that was the kind of the moving force behind this breakage, this release of what had been pent up, locked up, hidden, blocked, tied down, imprisoned, and it all just went whoosh. And it was justice that had done that. And I think that's why this wholesale reconsidering here going on in the Sun and the Lovers, Sons and Lovers, in the reverse, is accompanied by this state of calmness. Because when it's justice that creates a big change, it's a good thing. Okay, it's a good thing. Right, I'm going to hold on a sec. Oh, that was funny. They felt really strange in my hand. There. Okay. Yeah. Right. From really sort of swift, energetic movement, we've slowed right down here. I mean, this dude don't run around. This is about belief systems and collective belief systems and sort of collective decisions for the common good. You know, that's the role of the Hierophant here. So we've got the Hierophant in the upright. That's the role of the Hierophant, is to decide matters for and pronounce on matters for the collective soul. And I guess one of the jobs of a spiritual leader is to understand that the collective is made up of a big group of individuals whose individual souls might not have the same interests at heart as the collective soul. That's politics, basically. That's what the Hierophant is. He's the politicization of the spiritual. Right, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. There's something really good going to come out of this. I think, I don't know about you, but I'm finding the day-to-day movement of things at the moment really, really extraordinary. I've never known, I'm in my mid-50s. I have never known a time when the energy was moving from sort of, it's like we're moving from one side of the looking glass to the other. We pass through the looking glass and we come back onto this side. It's like, oh my God, what just happened? And before we've had time to catch our breath, we're back through it again into something else. And then we're sort of sucked out again. It's happening so rapidly and with such, it's like something sort of going bong, bong, bong. It's like this bell ringing or something. And there really is the sense of the two vessels here with the water. It's going from side to side, but it's contained somehow, and there's something really big being worked out here, and something new is coming from this, like utterly new. And from where I'm looking at this, from my actual seated position now at the feet of the magician here, I see the sun. Something wonderful is shining into the magician here. Never mind the fact that it's the sun has come up in the reverse. Never mind that. The figure cards, the human or angelic entities here are all in the upright. Temperance, the Hierophant, the magician. Something really wonderful is coming out of this, but we might not be able to see it yet. I'm going to get one more before I wrap this up. So glad to see the magician there. There we go. Okay, this will, I think, go on then, be the last card of the reading. Wow. Okay, well. Right. Whatever change comes as a result of this exposure of something as the tide has receded here in the moon in the reverse, something's been exposed on the beach or washed in and left there on the beach. Some sort of view changing, destiny changing piece of flotsam or jetsam, or something that has simply been there for a really long time. And I think it's more that, something that's been there for a really long time, that on this withdrawal of the tide has finally been exposed for the first time, and it's causing a wholesale reassessment. And we're backing away from a commitment to something, back to re-examine the choices concerned in this commitment. And we're weighing it up. It's calm, okay? This business is calm. It's a reassessment. It's like, what's in this jug? What's in this jug? What's in this jug? What's in this jug? Moving from side to side. It's a matter of the collective, the Hierophant here, the collective sort of moral and spiritual will, if you like. There's a wonderful manifestation coming from this. And however big, this is what I'm getting to now with death in the reverse here, however big this change of direction, change of priorities, a wholesale re-examination of the deal and the elements of the deal, all the power built up in us through this process that's brought us to this point of reassessment. The jewels, the weapons, the tools, the books, the trappings of power, and the artist's palette of creativity. Death is here in the reverse. It remains with us. We lose nothing from this. Nothing. In fact, we gain a whole new era of action. And my sense is that there may be a narrative that says, sign, commit, because if you don't, you're going to lose all this. Look at all this that you built up. If you don't sign, if you don't tie this down, you'll lose it all. You won't. Any time that kind of high pressure is brought to bear in order to get you to take some sort of decision that cannot be undone, and that's also there in the Lovers card, it can't be undone. When you're put under pressure, be in no doubt that the source of that pressure seeks to benefit from your commitment. It's in their own interests that they are pushing you to take a decision. And that in and of itself is something to be considered very carefully and in a measured way. And if there's a cut-off date imposed upon you, that for me is the kiss of death on any the kiss of death on any proposed commitment. That's just my take. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon for another reading. Namaste.